So this screencast is designed to help you with a project you're going to be doing tomorrow called the Weather Project, or also known as the Best Project Ever. Tomorrow, you'll be working in groups, the normal groups you worked with in the last tasks that we did, to report on the current weather conditions of the United States of America. You can use any weather-related website to help you do this. We've certainly used a number of them in the past.
Okay, so it's just some important points we want to just review with you. Don't forget to use the correct format when recording your data on the weather station. On most websites, the air pressure is recorded in inches of mercury, so you're going to have to convert that to millibars before putting it on your weather station. And if you use page 13 of the Earth Science Reference Tables, you can convert your air pressure, which we've done in class, a few examples in class. And this will check the accuracy of your conversion. You can use a Google search of the air pressure conversions, which I'll show you on the next slide. Okay, so using the reference tables, you want to convert inches to millibars. So here you have your inches of mercury here, and then here you want to put it into millibars. Remember, you only record the last three numbers of your air pressure on your weather station, and you do not record any units. So our first example here, if you have 30.15 inches, that's going to be located here. And then the conversion would be approximately 1021.0 millibars. So that would be your conversion. Another example, 30.02 inches, which would be approximately here. And that would be equal to about 1016.6 millibars. Okay, and your air pressure in millibars only needs to be to the nearest tenths place.
So just to give you an idea what the Google search would look like in case you never used Google, you would type in something along the lines of air pressure conversion, inches to millibars, and this is just a little screenshot of what we found on the first one. You can see that they convert 29.92 inches of mercury into 1013.2034778 millibars, which is way too exact. We don't really need that. So we would round that number to 1013.2. And just as a reminder, on the weather station, we would only put the last three numbers, which in this case would be 132, and it would go in the upper right-hand corner of the weather station.
Okay, so back to page 13 in your Earth Science Reference Tables. You have your key to weather map symbols. So each value here is telling you what it stands for. So again, we have 28 degrees Fahrenheit here, and that gives us our temperature. Okay, other important things that we've been using frequently is dew point, which would be 27 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, remember, you're not recording any units, you're just putting in the numbers. Okay, over here, again, we have our wind speed. Whole feather is 10 knots, half a feather is 15 knots, and you're taking the total of all of your feathers. Okay, then we have our pressure, which we've just reviewed. So this indicates a pressure of 1019.6. And again, we're just writing the last three numbers. Notice no units there.
And so the big reveal, here's the map that you're going to be using tomorrow. Segments of it at least, that we will reconstruct into the United States. Very exciting.
So the actual task for your weather project, first you're going to be recording the current weather data, of the cities that your group has been assigned on a station model. And then you're going to be placing those station models onto your location on the map. Once you're done putting your weather stations for all of your assigned cities on your section of the map, we're going to place the map on the bulletin board in the back of the room using push pins. And that's when we're going to have our completed map of the United States with each group's different section. Okay, and then you are going to complete the remaining questions with your group in a Google Doc.
So now that you know everything you have to do, you could go back and rewatch this in case anything's unclear. Better get started. You don't want a cat to finish the project before your group does, and this cat looks pretty motivated.